Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. The pocket door framing is complete. Now it's time to get the chases into these two walls. I just let that dog out and I'm not sure where she's at. I'm gonna go walk her in just a minute. But the blocking on these walls, I believe on this side, I have some drywall blocking that needs to go in here. So I'm gonna have to space it out a little bit away from that, but I want it as close, well, actually, I want it like right here. So I'm gonna have to do some measuring on that. And then I'll have to figure out what size bit that I used on that blocking because I want to use the same size pipe as that. And I believe that was 3-inch pipe. And what I'm going to do is, well, actually, yeah, I want one as close as I can get over this way, but I don't want it to interfere with any corner molding out there. So I'll probably go right here and right here. And then on the outside, each one of them will have a trim kit, and that'll go down and the hoses will go into the mini splits, which will be right here. That's my plan. So all I need to do is get the pipes in here, get them fastened down well, fill this with insulation, and then I can get the drywall on this wall. This wall is similar. I have to mark the height of this sill plate right here and then come across and then put my hole in right here somewhere. I'm going to block it out and the pipe is going to come out and then go through this hole. But for now, it's actually just going to be a stub at the end of the wall. This one, I believe, I'm going to go all the way through, including the tin on the outside, and I'll just cap it off out there. Yep, that's my plan. Then I can get the drywall here and there, and then I can move the vast majority of this stuff out of here and start finishing the drywall. Okay, there is the dog. So the dog and I are going to go on our walk, and I'll see if I can find the pipe and the bits and stuff, and we'll get going on this stuff. Izzy and I are at the end of the road. She was very courageous today, weren't you? Very courageous dog. Okay, let's go. She wants to play the entire way. No running ahead. Well, we'll see. Her normal MO is to, you gotta bring that down here, is to run way down the road right now, about halfway, and wait for me right there. But if she really wants to play, she'll drop it right about here somewhere, or actually all along here. Nope, just a normal day. I did throw it for her the entire way though, so she's had a good time so far. She'll drop the stick somewhere around halfway, and then I'll throw it for her again all the way up to the house. As we get closer to the house, she will bring it right to my feet so that I throw it more times. She's a very goofy dog. She's looking at something now. She hears something in the woods, some little creek or something, or possibly a bird, and it scares her. Not super brave, but she's really smart. I'll be right there. I'm over in the machine shed, and my cat followed me here, and she wants her outdoor petting. This is the craziest cat. She doesn't want to have anything to do with me, or not much. She's kind of coming around a little bit, but for the most part in the house, She hangs out with my wife and my daughter. And outside, she is all me. She goes walking with me, and I have to pet her for extended lengths of time. My cat outdoors, everybody else's cat indoors. All right, well, I'm going to finish petting her, and I need to find my hole saws. I'm not 100% sure I have one for 1.5-inch pipe. I think that's 1 7/8 diameter hole, and I believe this is the size I used for the last pass through for the mini splits. So I would have to make 2 this size or a box, and I think I'd rather use 2 this size and use their trim kits. All right, let me go through my hole saws and see what I got. All right, this pipe is 3.5 outside diameter, and this is the hole saw I used for the last one, a 4-inch. So that leaves a little bit all the way around, and what I did was just foam that, and it worked out real good. And the same goes with this. This is just a little bit over 2, and this is 1 7/8. So that'll leave a tiny little gap all the way around, and I'll just seal that. I just have to make sure that the pipe is strapped down real good within the wall on both of these. This one I'm going to have to do 2 pieces for the 2 pipes that are going to go out. This one is the air intake, and it's just going to have the 1 pipe going through the wall. So this one does not have a mandrel, and they're a different brand. I believe this is Lennox. Yeah, I don't know. I might have a drill bit for that. I'm going to have to look around for it. But I can get the 2 bigger holes drilled right away, get the blocking in, do all that stuff. I'll be going back and forth between here and the shed pretty much all day because I have to cut this stuff on the miter saw here. It snowed last night, as you can see, so when I come to do that, I'm going to have to sweep this out before it melts. What a pain. Okay, I'm just going to leave the door open and turn off the lights, let this cat hang out here. It's really cold outside, so she'll enjoy being inside for a while. She has a bed up there, so she'll go lay down. Oh, no, there she is right there. She's probably going to try to get out of here before I close the door. She's afraid of getting locked in. All right, let me get to the other side, start laying stuff out. Actually, I got to bring this one with me. I'll bring them both, see if I have a mandrel on the other side. All right. Izzy still got her stick out there. She had a good time. Okay, now I just got to do some measuring first. This is a pretty big hole, and like I said earlier, I have to go at least past the blocking, which is 1.5 inches. I'm thinking I'm going to go like 2 inches to the outside edge of this. Or no, I'll have to get it centered so I can strap that down. I'll figure it out. And I have to cut through these screws here. These screws here go to trim on the outside. Yeah, and I really need to avoid those as well. Go right above them and right below them or something. Okay, change of plans here. I opened the box, the hardware box for the mini split, just to get a dimension on these pipes. And these are way different than the ones I had on the original mini split. That one's been in for like 10 years. They really improved the refrigerant lines. Not only are they connected, but they have a smaller diameter. The old ones had like a big black neoprene insulation on them. So that means I can fit 2 of these through one passage. The passage is plenty big enough. It's almost this size. So you can see, very easy to do that. That's just great. That way I only have to get the blocking in on this side, have one pipe coming through here. It'll look so much neater on the outside. And I've also been thinking about having the mini split right there, how that could be a bad idea with the sound, because people are going to be sitting in here. If I just went around the corner with it, it would probably be a better idea. I'm going to have to think about that. But with both of the lines coming through in the same space, I can wrap the lines and go out and around the corner and have the 2 mini splits out there. And then you wouldn't see them or hear them as much from in here. That's when they're going to be operating the most, is in the summer. And I'm going to guess that these are a bit quieter. The original one, like I said, we've had that for a long time. And we're going to be putting that in, but I don't know. I have 2 units like this, the newer ones. So they would both have this same refrigerant lines. I'm wondering if I should just put, I don't know. I'm wondering if I should save the one that I took out and use that in a different building and just put these 2 new ones in and get a new one for upstairs. That way I could get an extension kit to extend these lines. Yeah, just thinking out loud here. That is what I think I'm going to do. But for right now, I'm just going to go through with the one chase, just like over there. I'm going to get it in the wall, going through the wall, and then I'm just going to drywall right over it. And then when it comes time, there's going to be a bulkhead above here. It's going to go through that, and it'll go through. I'll probably make a little side chamber in this cabinet here that's accessed from the inside, and that'll have this plumbing and those refrigerant lines running through it. Okay, it's all becoming very clear. And I already have 2-inch lumber. This is kind of some spare stuff right here. So I can go back over to the shed, cut some chunks of that, get my chunks for the stuff over here cut, and then drill some holes. The biggest problem is going through the tin with this stuff. You don't want to overheat that tin, otherwise it's going to lose its galvanizing and it's going to rust right away. So I'll have to keep that in mind while I'm doing this. I don't want to go all the way through, but I'm going to have to at least poke a little hole through the tin so I can see where it is. So when I come to connect the lines and everything, I know where I'm at. Okay, let's get going. Okay, we'll get this swept up real quick and then pull out the saw. I believe I can get all of my material just out of this stick. What I'm going to do is cut 2 12-inch chunks and 2 8-inch chunks, and I think that should do it. I'm just looking around right now for, there they are. These are brackets for the 1.5-inch pipe. That's all I need for that. I'm going to have to go upstairs and see if I have any brackets for this. I don't believe I do. I do have metal strapping, and I can make my own straps for these, but I would rather not. They're never as tight as the real straps. I don't know. I'll go look upstairs and see what I got, though. But for now, let's get this swept out and get the saw out. It is really cold out here, so I want to get this done as fast as possible. All right, so far so good. I got my 1.5-inch pipe cut, my 3-inch pipe cut. I found some plastic strapping. This stuff isn't that great, but I'll use it if I have to. I have my 1.5-inch straps in there. I would rather have two hold ones on there, but I will use the single-sided one in this case. And there's my 4 blocks. This stuff just needs to go over there to get burned, burn all the scrap wood. So I believe that's it. I'm going to leave this out in case I have to make any more cuts. I forgot it last night and had to go, 7, 8 o'clock at night. This was out here in the dark with the doors open and stuff, and I had to come out here and put this stuff away. So hopefully I remember that. But let's get this stuff over there and get to work. Okay, now what I gotta do I gotta take a level. Actually, I'll use a 4-foot level if I can't. No, I can't. I'll have to use a 2-foot level. But I'm gonna get a level line from the top of this sill and then make a little mark right there. Then I'm gonna have to do some measuring. I'll measure the 2 inches out and then to the center of this. And I forget what I said, 1 inch and 7/8. So that would be 15/16 from that line is where the center would be, and then 15/16 over from the blocking. Drill my hole, and my pipe should go real nice and easy through and through here. All right, let's get that done. Okay, all done. I'm gonna cut this off somewhere a little bit later. Not right now though. Show you what it looks like out here. I just have a cap on it. You can see where the foam made its way outside. In the spring, I'll take that cap off, clean that foam off, caulk it, and put an elbow with a screen on it. Like this, I'll make a screen for it. And when I do put this on, I am not going to glue it on. I'm just going to slip it on. That'll hold it just fine. So that's it for this for right now. I gotta go have lunch. It's already 1:30, and I'll get back with this in just a second. Okay, I am already running late. Yeah, that took a good deal longer than I thought it was going to, but that's probably because I had to run across the street, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. The floor is just drying up now. It snowed overnight, so it's just really messy going back and forth, back and forth. But it is what it is. I'm going to do this next one tomorrow. That one is done. And once I have this next one done, this one is a chase for something that's going to go in later. That one is complete. In the spring, I'm going to caulk the outside, like I said, and put a vent on the end. And when I get the drywall in, I'll probably get that cut right away. I just got to figure out how it's going to go through the hole, get that figured out, and then I'll get that cut off. And then at the same time, once I have all this stuff cleaned up, I'll get the insulation and drywall on both of these short little walls at the same time. For a bit there, I was thinking I could just cut this and put the insulation in and drywall it, but then I would have to set up for each one of those things and then clean up and then do it again on this side. So I think I'm going to just continue with those tools, move them over here, do that one tomorrow, and then do all the drywall at the same time. It is really nice having this done though. It's one of those things that I've been kind of putting off. It's in there really nice and sturdy, and you saw the cap on the outside, so it's not letting any cold air in. All right, and my little thing of magic cutting fluid, I use that because you don't want to heat up that tin. I've told you that before, but if you get that tin too hot, it will ruin the galvanizing and it'll rust. So I use cutting fluid on my drills and stuff when I'm cutting through that. But it leaked while I was having lunch, and it's still leaking. So that gives me a chance to try out Super Clean. I've been trying to use more local products, and Super Clean is made just across the border in Minnesota. So this is a degreaser, kind of like Mr. Clean, I guess. I haven't used it yet, but I'm going to try using it on that cutting oil and see how it works. So let me get this place cleaned up as good as I can, and then I will talk to you in just 1 minute. No sign of it. So far, so good. All right, now for the rest of this stuff. All right, that's as far as I want to take this cleaning. I just want to have this stuff ready for when I put this chase in tomorrow. And that should go fairly quick. And again, this one is completely in. I'm going to get back here and vacuum, and I'm going to have to get in here with an angle grinder, cut off all these screws. They're all over the place. Otherwise, the insulation will just tent right around them screws and it'll be less effective. But other than that, this is really nice. Glad to have that done. This worked fantastic, and it has, the smell of it kind of reminds me of this Berryman carburetor dip, and this stuff works incredibly well. The video on this carburetor repair is going to be out, I believe, this coming Sunday. I still have to finish it up. I have to tap these, and I got some other stuff I got to do, and then I got to reassemble it. So the carburetor video is coming out this Sunday, so make sure you watch out for that. And I'm going to be doing a poll in the discussion area on what the giveaway is going to be for next month. I was just going to do a drill, but I figure I'll give you all the choices. And finally, UPS brought this today, and it's a damaged box. So I wasn't going to open this until I was ready to put it in, but I guess I'm pretty ready. I have the carburetor that I have to do right away. I have to do this tomorrow, but I'm going to try to work this in before the end of the week. At least get this opened and see what it looks like. But once I open it, I should just put it in. It's not going to be in the way or anything. So a lot going on here in the next couple days. And like I said, make sure you check out the discussion area. Not a lot of people go there. And take the poll. Let me know what you want for the giveaway next month. So if you want to see all this stuff, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.